It was only a few years after the Iron Curtain had come down that I was in Kiev, Ukraine, getting ready to speak to about 12,000 people at a leadership conference. I was in the green room kind of going over my thoughts, and the interpreter came in, and we had a wonderful conversation. He said, I've read several of your books, and I'm delighted to do this for you. And he said, I just want to say before we go out that you have a challenge. And I said, well, what's the challenge? He said, I know that you believe that leaders add value to people. I said, yeah, I really believe that. He said, well, you've got a problem here, because you're going to speak to 12,000 people who have never had a leader add value to them. They don't understand that leaders add value to them, and when you go out and start talking to them about that, it's going to be a major disconnect. I said, well, thanks for telling me. I'm only 5 minutes away. And I can promise you in that 5 minutes, I had to internally regroup. I began to ask myself, how am I going to connect with them? Because all communicators connect on common ground. What am I going to say? What can I do that will allow us to get on the same page as quickly as possible? Because we're literally going in two different ways. And so when I walked out on stage and I looked at them, and I can tell you, as I looked into their faces, I could, just by watching their faces, tell that leadership was something they did not understand at all. And I asked them two questions. I asked them question number one, have you ever been suspicious of leaders? Every hand was raised. And when they put their hand down, the second question I asked them is, have you ever had a leader hurt you? And every hand seemed to be raised. And then I talked to them about the fact that everything rises and falls on leadership, because it does. And when good leadership is in place, everything rises. Leaders lift. That's what leaders do. Leaders lift. But when the leadership is bad, everything falls. You see, it's amazing about leadership, and that is that if you are a leader, you have the ability to either truly bless people or curse people. And I was talking to 12,000 people who had not felt that lift. And as I talked to them, I said, I want to share with you tonight one thing that you got to get right. Because you see, when Bill talked yesterday about how to get from here to there, and that graph of a leader, here's where they are, but this is where they need to go, I realized that there's no way for me in that hour and 20 minutes to take them from here to there, that I was just going to try to get them to want to go there. Because you see, before a leader can lead anyone, he or she has to find them. You got to find the person before you lead the person. And so I shared with them, there's one thing I want you to get right. Now they're ready to lean in, they're ready to listen, because I'm not going to talk a lot about leadership. It's not going to be in depth, but it's really the first step of leadership. And that's all I want to do. If I could accomplish that, and I knew the only way I could accomplish that is to get them to think intentionally. And the reason for that is because everything they thought about leadership was in a negative sense. And to turn something around, you have to become very intentional. And so I looked at them and I said, here's what I want you to do. This is the kind of the first step in leadership. This is how to just kind of get it right. Because to be honest with you, you've not seen it right a lot. I said, the one thing I want you to do is I want you to intentionally, every day, add value to people. That's where I want you to start. Just every day, I want you to intentionally add value to people.
亲爱的伙伴们，当你看完 John Maxwell 的《领导者该扮演的角色》时候，你心中不知道有何感想呢？你是不是觉得说，其实我就不是一个领导嘛，我就是一个妈妈，是一个学生，就是一个小小的职员，我怎么能称得上是领导呢？其实我们可能不知道，领导力就是影响力，人人都有影响力。我们要怎么样真正发挥出我们的影响力呢？唯有在我们的角色中不断的刻意的帮助他人来增加价值。我问我10岁的儿子说，儿子啊，你要怎么样子才能刻意的帮助别人增加价值呢？我儿子看看我说，爸爸，我年龄小，懂得不多，会的也不多，可是我可以在学校帮助老师及小朋友把门撑住，让他们顺利通过。我听了以后， 我也非常得到启发，因为在我们的小区里面也有一个铁门，那铁门很多人进出，可是它时时的都是关着的。我决定下次在我经过的时候，我在那边多待20秒，把门撑住，让其他人顺利通过。当我这样做的时候，奇妙的事情发生了，每个过的人都跟我说谢谢，露出那灿烂、美丽、温柔的笑容。更奇妙的是，后面的人也不断的开始把门撑住，每个人一个人把门都撑住，好像我们的小区里面每个邻居都更加成为快乐的邻居、快乐的伙伴了。因此，亲爱的伙伴们，我们在这里面，我们如何能在我们的角色里面刻意来帮助他人增加价值？我们在今天的小小的挑战里面，我们行使那3个关键字。我邀请你在你的生活里找到一个人来，你看到他的时候，你先问自己，我该扮演什么样的一个角色？我怎么样子才能把我角色扮演得更好？第二个，我要刻意的帮助他来增加价值。我要在我的角色里面刻意的来帮助他增加价值。试试看，今天接受我们的挑战，就这样子去做，你会得到意想不到的后果。因此，每一个人都是领导者，因为人人都有影响力。我们欢迎你来成为我们的一份子，来参加有劲365，让你天天更有劲。唯有改变自己，生命才能触动更多的生命。如果你对今天的信息有感动的话，欢迎分享给更多的人，因为当每一个分享就是一个触动的生命。